You might think you're in control of what you see on Instagram. But what if I told you the truth is, it's the algorithm that's really in control? The hidden power of the Instagram algorithm. Let's start with the basics. You've heard the word algorithm before, but do you really know what it means? Simply put, an algorithm is a set of rules that a computer program follows to make decisions. And when it comes to Instagram, that algorithm is the working behind the scenes to determine everything you see, from the posts in your feed, to the stories you watch, to the ads you're shown. It's a system designed to keep you scrolling endlessly. But here's the catch. Most people have no idea how deeply the Instagram algorithm is affecting their daily lives, from what content they engage with, to how they feel about themselves, to even the way they spend their money. It's not just about cute cat videos and influencer selfies. It's much darker than that. How the algorithm knows you better than you know yourself. If you've ever wondered why you're scrolling down your feed and suddenly come across a post about a product you were thinking about buying, or a topic you've never spoken out loud about, but it seems to pop up in your feed, well, that's no coincidence. The Instagram algorithm knows you better than your closest friends sometimes. It tracks everything: the photos you like, the posts you comment on, the stories you watch, and even the length of time you pause on a particular post. It collects data on what you engage with, what time of day you're most active, and even how often you scroll versus interact. The more data it collects, the more it tailors your feed to reflect exactly what you want to see. But here's the kicker. It doesn't just show you what you like, it reinforces it. Instagram is designed to trap you in a bubble, a personalized echo chamber of content that keeps you hooked and coming back for more. The more you engage with certain topics or accounts, the more likely those topics or accounts will show up again. And guess what? The algorithm doesn't care if that content is good for you or bad for you. Its sole purpose is to keep you engaged. The dopamine effect. Why you can't stop scrolling. Let's talk about why you can't put the phone down. Ever wondered why it's so hard to stop scrolling through Instagram? It's because Instagram is designed to trigger the dopamine centers in your brain, the same chemical involved in pleasure and reward. Every time you get a like, a comment, or even just a view on your stories, your brain gets a hit of dopamine. The same chemical released when you eat chocolate, drink coffee, or do something that feels good. The algorithm knows this and capitalizes on it. It knows exactly when to show you content that will get your attention, whether it's a funny meme, a life-changing quote, or an influencer promoting the latest product. The more your brain gets that dopamine rush, the more you'll keep scrolling. And don't forget the endless scrolling feature. Instagram's feed never ends. You can scroll and scroll and scroll forever. Each new post designed to make you stay on just a little bit longer. It's like a slot machine. Each time you refresh, the algorithm delivers something new, hoping to give you the perfect hit. And when it does, you keep playing. How the algorithm shapes your identity and worldview. But here's the scariest part. The algorithm doesn't just shape your habits, it shapes your identity. It subtly influences how you see the world and how you see yourself. The content that gets recommended to you often reflects your existing beliefs, interests, and desires, but it also reinforces them. Over time, you begin to believe that the reality Instagram shows you is the only reality that matters. For example, if you're someone who spends a lot of time following fitness influencers, the algorithm will continue to show you more fitness-related content. As a result, you start to think that everyone's life is all about working out, having the perfect body, and eating healthy. Similarly, if you're into politics, Instagram will keep showing you content from your ideological side, creating an echo chamber where you hear only opinions that align with your own. In this way, Instagram becomes a filter bubble. It narrows your view of the world to just the things you already like and understand, making it harder to see things from other perspectives. You start to believe that everyone thinks and acts the way you do, even though the reality is far more complex. The dark side. Instagram and mental health. We've all heard the stories about social media's impact on mental health, but the truth is, Instagram doesn't just contribute to feelings of insecurity and anxiety, it actively feeds into them. The algorithm prioritizes a content that gets engagement, and content that gets engagement often involves extreme emotions or images that are visually stimulating. So what do you get? Posts that feature unattainable beauty standards, curated perfect lifestyles, and fitness ideals that no one could realistically live up to. For some people, it's just a small blip. A couple of posts that make them feel bad, but they move on. But for others, it can have a much more harmful effect. Studies have shown that constant exposure to highly filtered images or content that promotes the perfectionism can lead to increased feelings of anxiety, depression, and low self-esteem. The problem is, you might not even realize how much it's affecting you until it's too late. The algorithm keeps showing you more of the same. Body-centric content, lifestyle envy, curated beauty that's hard to match, and increasingly unrealistic expectations. The algorithm isn't designed to protect your well-being. It's designed to keep you scrolling and keep you coming back, even if it means feeding into negative emotions. The influence of ads and consumerism. Ever wonder how Instagram always seems to know exactly what you want to buy? That's the algorithm at work again. Through your engagement and the data it collects, Instagram knows your interests better than most of your friends. Based on what you like, search, and comment on, it begins to feed you targeted ads. Everything from new skincare products to tech gadgets, fashion items, and even experiences like vacations or gym memberships. But this isn't just random. Instagram uses your personal data to predict what you might be likely to buy next. The more you engage with a brand, the more likely you are to see more of that brand. It's like walking through a mall, but every store has a digital salesperson following you around, offering you exactly what they know you'll buy. Can you escape? So, is there any way to break free from the Instagram algorithm's grip? Unfortunately, the answer isn't simple. While you can unfollow accounts or mute certain types of content, the core issue is the way Instagram is designed to keep you scrolling. But you can fight back. First, be aware of how the algorithm works and how it shapes your behaviors. Try to curate your feed more consciously. Follow accounts that promote positivity, diversity, and mental well-being. Don't let the algorithm decide what's good for you. And maybe, just maybe, give yourself a break from the feed every now and then. Take control of what you see. And remember, you don't have to scroll forever to have a fulfilling life. Final thoughts: Instagram's power and your control. The truth is, the Instagram algorithm will continue to shape the way we consume content, shop, and even view ourselves. It has an unprecedented amount of influence over how we interact with the world. But the good news is, you have more power than you think. By understanding how the algorithm works, being aware of its effects, and taking back control of your time and attention, you can regain some freedom in a world that's designed to keep you hooked. What do you think? Are you aware of how the Instagram algorithm affects you? Or has it taken over without you realizing it? Let me know in the comments below.